how to not get banned on Fiverr. And in this video, I want to talk about the common mistakes that sellers make and they get banned forever from the platform. So, and I'm actually having an example right now. I have a potential buyer who is messaging me, and he's messaging me something that is not correct on Fiverr, that is against the terms of service. And of course, we sellers, we can we can treat some sort of actions as not a big deal. But then Fiverr, especially when you're just at the beginning, you will suffer more than when you have your reputation established, because when you have your reputation established, you can still get banned forever easily, but at least you will more likely get a warning, right? Because you have an established reputation, and you have some sort of authority on the platform. I know it sounds a bit maybe not right, but that's just how the reality is. So here we're going to talk about the cases that you should definitely avoid doing on Fiverr. The first thing you can see on my screen, I have a message from the potential buyer. Everything sounds good, he's happy to proceed, and he's asking, can we chat on WhatsApp? So this is a big red flag. Even he said we can chat in there, which is completely it's not correct. And also, for example, I can see why he's doing this. For example, he's maybe not very familiar with the Fiverr, right? He registered a month ago. He doesn't have an activity yet. And for me, when I look at this, when I see that buyers are asking to chat outside on WhatsApp, Telegram, email, first of all, you can be scammed, right? Because you will have people who will tell you hey, just text me on Telegram, and then you'll need to complete some steps. You need to maybe share your personal information or deposit some small amount, right? You can get scammed easily. So try to avoid this at any time. Second is, when you have that communication outside of Fiverr, of course, Fiverr is not able to, know what you have discussed on WhatsApp, right? So that's why you're losing this sort of protection. And at the same time, that's the biggest rule that you're breaking, because all the communication should be done on the platform. I can tell you from running my agency, reaching 7 figures on Fiverr, I can show you my stats here, reaching 7 figures. For me, I always encouraged everyone to message me on Fiverr, because in my case, that 20% that I'm giving away, I'm not even thinking about this, because I have my prices set that I don't really care about that 20%. They take it, that's fine. I completely respect the rules of Fiverr. I respect their they're trying to promote me as well. They're giving me opportunity to be working with buyers, and they're taking 20%. Just increase your prices. So that 20% won't be something that, a life change for you. So in this case, I like to keep everything on Fiverr. I do this even with the clients that I have outside. I tell them hey, just message me on Fiverr and we can keep everything there. Because it's easier, because when I have right now almost 300 orders active, and then I have people messaging me on WhatsApp or this, it becomes messy. You can't run your agency properly, right? So you need to keep everything in one place. This is very important. And that, especially your communication should be in one place, because if you share your WhatsApp, then your email, then your Telegram, then you have your live chat support, it becomes super messy when you're trying to scale your agency. If you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, that's fine. But if you have more, that's going to be messy. So of course, in this case, I'm not going to give him any of my contact information. I'm going to tell him I'm sorry, but we have to keep the communication here. Everything that is happening, it should be done here. So this is the first thing. The second thing, what sellers are doing is they are asking for review. They're asking for a 5-star review, specifically the positive review, right? You cannot do this. You can ask for the rating, you can ask, I would appreciate if you can leave a feedback, but you cannot specify what kind of feedback. So you have to be very careful. The first one is communication, always on Fiverr. The second one is the feedback. The third one, you cannot have multiple Fiverr accounts. Once you create your seller account, you need to only have one seller account. So this is very important because I've seen people are trying to create another accounts, etc. Don't do it, because once you start connecting your payout methods, once you start accessing your second account from the same IP addresses and stuff like that, Fiverr has a good system of tracking it, right? You can still have, let's say, if you're, let's say in my case, if I have my Fiverr account and let's say my wife, she has a Fiverr account, right? And she has her services there, it is allowed, but she has to be using it, of course, right? I cannot just put myself there. It's still it could be on the borderline, because Fiverr could see this as a one account, so you just have to prove them that it's, let's say, her account and she's doing the work, right? So that's a bit difficult. And at the end of the day, it's not about how many Fiverr accounts you have, it's about the gigs you have. Because if you build one Fiverr account and you have multiple gigs, all these gigs have chances to be ranked. So like this, the gigs are pushing the traffic, not the Fiverr account itself. So this is another thing to remember. Another important thing is the reviews exchange. You'll see often groups where people will be saying like, I'm gonna order your service, I'm gonna rate you and you will rate me back. This is another big red flag. Don't do any sort of review exchanges. It used to be very popular, it's still popular. You can see these Facebook groups. What you can do if you're just getting started, you can have your, let's say, people in your closed circle order the service from you. You can do the work, you can deliver the service, you can, show the result. And eventually, like this, you can have some feedbacks, initial feedbacks, right? You can basically reach out to your circle that who might need your service, and they can be using your service, right? And that way, but you still need to deliver that. You still need to deliver. Once you click that deliver button, you need to actually, show what you have done. This is another point, is delivering the work that has not been completed. So for example, you have a buyer place an order for the work that you will do, let's say in the next 2 weeks, right? Let's say it's a website development. And what you could do, you can of course say like, hey, I'm gonna mark this order as complete, so like this I can take the money. I mean, you'll not say that to the buyer, but that's what you're maybe thinking. And then we'll still communicate and we'll still work, right? This is a big mistake as well, because I can tell you from running an agency, you can do this directly. So for example, you will charge your client directly, right? You charge them for website, you charge them $1,000. They pay $1,000. $1,000 comes to your bank account. Let's say Stripe, PayPal, it comes to your bank account. You have that $1,000, right? You can take it and spend however you want. If you're working directly, now you need to work on this, order, right? But it doesn't really matter because you work with them directly. So the problem is, if something happens wrong, or the client is not happy, he might ask you to refund, and you already maybe spend that $1,000, right? So it becomes a very unhealthy for your agency. And if you have a lot of clients like this, you need to be prepared that when they pay you, you don't spend that money, you have it reserved until you fully complete the work. And once you complete the work, then you can use that earned money. So that is a very important step. On Fiverr, it makes it a bit easier because the amount they're paying to you, it stays within that sort of like threshold, right? So they have this sort of amount that is there. Once you deliver it, then Fiverr is unlocking that amount, and then you can withdraw it within the next 2 weeks. That's their pending clearance period, right? So it makes it a bit more healthy, because once, in my case, I'm having a lot of orders every single day, new clients are coming, I'm delivering, and it makes the agency much healthier, because I know that when I receive, for example, $1,000 or $2,000 from Fiverr that I get cleared, this amount is cleared, I don't owe anyone, I can just withdraw this, and this is my earned income. So that's why it is very important. Guys, again, those are some of the steps those are the very important points that you can get banned forever, right? So you have to be very careful with this. You have to respect the platform. You have to take it easy first. Don't get too excited when you receive also messages where they ask you to click somewhere to contact them in other places. Just be very negative about all of this, right? Your Fiverr account, yes, you have to play by the rules of Fiverr, but those rules are not extremely difficult. You just have to first, keep everything in the platform. Everything that's happening should be in the platform. When you deliver your work, you should deliver your work the way it should be. Showcase the work that has been done, the message that you write to the buyer, and all of the files and information together as well. Again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help. You can also check out my course. It's free about Fiverr. I think that's going to be helpful for you because you'll learn exactly step by step what you should do, what you should not do, how you can handle certain situations as well, because I'm getting every single day different situations where buyers are not happy. They could threaten me, they could do other things. So you have to be polite, you have to be friendly, and you have to stay professional, even though the buyer is trying to threaten you. So hope that was useful, and let me know if you have any other questions, or if you want me to record about certain topics. I'll be more than happy to hear your thoughts and work on that topic as well.